It is Wednesday, November 19th, 2025, and it is what is it? The Wednesday showdown. That's right. The start sits decisions. We're going to go through a couple players, talk about if you should start them, if you should sit them. I don't know if you're new to the program. I'm very good at this. Above 500, my record. I'm really great. Everyone says it. Everyone tells me I'm great. So enjoy the show, guys. We're going to get my co-host in here, my boss, actually, Justin Barrelly, in, and we're going to have a good time today. I feel a good show. So Justin, start the show, man. It's going to be a good time.
You're watching the Start Sit Showdown only on Fantasy Now Plus.
Over
You know,
500. Okay.
I feel like last week's show was last week in general was really stressful on me, and I felt like it reflected in our content. Putting out content, I was I was very angry last week. I don't know if anyone noticed. I'm trying to positive it up a little bit, Justin. Positive it up a little bit. I'm not going to talk negative about nobody today. I promise everybody. So, we just lost a viewer because of that. Okay, I'll go back to my ways. No, but it's gonna be a fun show. I actually picked out these players. Well, I tried to. Justin did do some intervention and replace two of my players. So
I replaced only one of your players.
Two.
One.
A tight end and a receiver.
I did not replace the receiver. I did not replace the receiver.
You did, because I said, "Oh wait, I want to do this person instead," and you're like, "No." So I was overruled. Yeah, I was. Go in the text thread.
I literally picked the exact ones that you want. I switched out your tight end because we can't do two of the same team.
Yeah, exactly. I wanted to get rid of one of. Anyway, we'll get into all that later. He's the one I'm going to talk about.
Nope, I went exactly with your list except for one tight end. I only overruled one.
Two.
I can't wait for you to realize you did the wrong notes on the wrong players.
No, I did. I double checked everything. What's going on, Craig? What's going on, Doom? What's going on, Force? What's going on, JR? And what's going on, Zach? International Men's Day. That's right. Proud to be a man. I knew that. I actually knew that. And I'm proud of my heritage and my culture of being a man. That means talking fantasy football.
This is going to be a great show.
Make sure if you like more content like this, make sure you follow us, fantasynowplus.com, everywhere on Blue Sky, X, Snapchat, Instagram. I hope not on Facebook, but maybe we're there too. Make sure you join our Discord, chat.fantasynowplus.com, where you can get in on all the action and talk to the real experts like Brian and Tim and everyone else. We could talk to us too.
See if we can name them all.
I can Topher, Flores. Well, I can't name the new guys yet.
To sing the song?
No, but I can't name the new guys yet. I was waiting for you to say, like, can you name the new guys? No, I can't. But I can name Dirty Dan. He's the newest guy I can name. So, yeah, I can name everybody. All right, buddy? I just hope they don't look me in the eye whenever they speak to me next time in our next meeting. Anyway, we have some fun matchups we're going to get to. Finn's Talk Sports Network as well. Make sure you follow them. Great people. Bobby Melendez. Do a wrestling show with him every single Saturday. It's my favorite show of the week. So if you think I get loose here, Saturdays I get way looser. I'm not going to say the joke. Never mind. Let's get into the matchups because we're going to answer all your questions at 12:30. But we got some massive matchups this week. The theme of the show is up-and-comers or maybe waiver wire wonders that you might have picked up yesterday versus like the old steady guys who are kind of declining this season. So that being said,
we're going to start with the old guys.
What?
We're going to start with the old guys this time. Get the boring stuff out of the way first.
Oh, you're going to do it? Okay.
I already queued up the first one and I can't change it. So
that's fine. So we're going to go Travis Kelce versus Mark Andrews at the tight end position. This isn't the initial one I wanted. I wanted Travis Kelce versus Tyler Warren because they were playing each other, and I thought that'd be fun. But Justin does not like fun. So we're going Travis Kelce, who's currently the tight end 3, averaging 13.9 fantasy points per game, going versus Indianapolis, like I said before. And then, of course, Mark Andrews, tight end 14, not as fun, 10 points per game, but he's going against the juicy New York Jets. So this is your team that they're going against, or at least your team's involved. So I'm going to let you start, and I know where you're going to go, and I want to hear it from you first.
You know where I'm going on this?
Yeah, I do. I do. I do.
I'm going to just say it out loud. That is very impressive, Josh. I'm very impressed with you knowing exactly where I'm going because as normal, I did absolutely zero research before the show and I go off of, the gut feeling. Look at the stats. It's what are the trends? That's what you should be doing. And guess what? I am actually over 500, unlike you, who is 3 games under 500, but we won't go there anymore. So yeah, looking at the matchups here, the Indianapolis Colts allow the 4th most points to the tight end position, 13.7 points per game. The Jets only allow 11.3, which again, not that much. They give up the 16th most, so like right in the middle of the pack. So you automatically just think, Kelsey, tight end 3, Mark Andrews, tight end 14. That's pretty lame, right? Like that's a lame way to look at it. The last 3 weeks, again, Kelsey has been dominating since week 8. 22.9, 12.6, a bye week, and a 24.1 that has an easy matchup against the Colts. The linebacker core is not quite the linebacker core that needs to cover Travis Kelsey. The secondary has gotten better, so I'm curious how that secondary has changed to really help out that linebacker core against the tight end position. Mark Andrews is finally coming along. He's finally getting double-digit points consistently. 16.6, 10.4, 15.7 has, again, the easy New York Jets. This is like, you got one really good tight end against a really good team versus one really decent tight end versus a really bad team. So it's like, which one do you take? And I think I'm going to take Travis Kelsey this week. You probably knew that. And I'm only going Travis Kelsey because the Chiefs are 5-5. They need to make a statement to say, no, guys, we're the Chiefs. We belong in the playoffs. We don't belong in 9th place. We belong in the playoffs. That's exactly where we want to be. But the more I keep saying that, I keep remembering that Patrick Mahomes is 0-2 against the Colts in his career. It's the only team he has never beaten. Did you know that?
No, there's 2 teams he hasn't beaten. So
Who is he? Who else? Oh, the Chiefs. Okay.
they count that. Rodgers was trying to beat the Packers or something. And they're like,
fair.
oh, yeah,
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. So it's the only team that he has not played on that he hasn't beaten. And the more I keep thinking about it, the more I want to pick Mark Andrews. But guys, I'm going to play it safe this week. I'm going to go with Travis Kelsey. I think he's going to have a better outcome this week.
There's zero question. There's zero question. It's Kelsey all day, every day. Mark Andrews has only had 1 game over 30 yards receiving this year. What are we talking about? He's had touchdowns in each of his last 3 games, I feel like. Yeah, that is true. So he's been living off of touchdowns. It's fine. It is what it is. This matchup, it could be intriguing though, because the Ravens also need a win and they're going against the New York Jets, and that's the juicy matchup. That's what we're all looking at. But how juicy is it? You said it. They're right in the middle. The Colts are the 3rd worst at giving up points to the tight end position. They've given up 5 touchdowns to tight ends this season. They've allowed 674 receiving yards to tight ends this season. That's the biggest weakness of the Colts defense, I believe, is the linebacker crew in covering the tight ends. So Kelsey's going to get open. His yards per reception is up, by the way, from 8.5 last season to 12.6 this season. He's on pace for 85 catches, 1,072 yards. Last year, he had 97 catches for 823. So he's getting the ball down the field more. He's no longer running these terrible screens that weren't working or these little 3-yard soft routes. No, he's getting open down the field. That's the difference between Kelsey this year and last year. So what really happened last year with Kelsey? Was he injured? Was something going on we didn't know about? Maybe it's personal. We don't know. We're all human beings. But this year, he's playing to the level of Travis Kelsey. Last year, I don't know who that was. So that's why I'm going Travis Kelsey this year. He's an auto start rest of the season. And if you're in Dynasty and you are a need one, go get him because people should be selling him if you're a loser team. That's just to my league mates. I don't know what
I finally sold him. I finally sold him. I finally got rid of Travis Kelsey. I got out of the Travis Kelsey business after 3 seasons. I got a good return on them though, so I can't complain. I got a first round pick out of them. So
Yeah, it's good. That's honestly Kelsey. That's too much for Kelsey, but
it
that's
is.
a pretty good price. That's way too much for Kelsey. I give him a second. Anyway, let's
might have been a second. I don't know. It's fine. Next up.
let's go to the quarterbacks. I like the quarterbacks this week because this week is fun because we have good old trusty Sam Darnold, quarterback 16 on the year, 15.7 points per game against Tennessee on the road. And then on the other side, we have old busted, but he's getting it done. He's got one more year in him. Jacoby Brissett, quarterback 28, 15.7 fantasy points per game since taking over. I did not include the games where he either came in for a relief or whatever that may be. I put in since he started. So that's what he's been averaging. The same as Sam Darnold. That's why I did it too. He's been averaging the same as Sam Darnold since getting the start. The Titans give up 17.5 points a game to the quarterback. The Jaguars are the fifth worst. They give up 20.7. Brissett has been a baller. No, I'm sorry. I messed that up. Since Brissett took over week 6, he's averaged 21.9 fantasy points per game. My bad. I messed that up. I read my notes wrong. Let's reset that. Okay. But anyway, so he's been awesome. There we go. Oh, why didn't you play that? Anyway, so that being said, Brissett has been slinging the ball around. They don't have a run game. The volume is king. He's thrown the ball 142 attempts since starting. He's averaging 42.5 passing attempts per game. He's also thrown for 10 touchdowns and only 3 interceptions. Like, this is Jameis, but just with no interception, with less interceptions. Right? I mean, right? The run game, like I said, doesn't exist. Not one running back in Arizona has more than 250 yards on the season rushing. Only one has only 250 yards. And who is it? Who's the leading rusher for the Arizona Cardinals? Does anyone know? DeMarcado is the leading rusher.
Is that because he had like an 80-yard rush like game 1?
It had to be. But therefore, they're a one-dimensional team. It stinks that they don't have Marvin Harrison Jr. He's going to be out again. But Michael Wilson with 18 targets, hello. Any NFL player who is competent, who gets 18 targets a game, this is not a Malik Neighbors shot. This is just a fact of life. When you get 18 targets a game, you better be good. So if he's feeding his receivers and tight ends with that many targets, and he's confident that enough to throw against Jacksonville, I'm all in on Jacoby Brissett. I don't want to talk. All my notes are negative about Darnold, so I'm not going to get into it. But just understand this. Just understand this. Sam Darnold has had 3 single-digit games this season. Or I feel like in the past 4 weeks. He's behind Tua, Buston, or no, he's in the same category as Tua, Buston, Geno, and Dylan Gabriel. Those are the only other 4 quarterbacks this season who have 3 or more single-digit fantasy football games this year. And Darnold's been great. 72nd in completion percentage, first in yards per attempt, first in air yards, first in deep ball completion percentage. Like, he's been phenomenal. He had 1 bad game with 4 interceptions, and 2 weeks ago, he blew a team out, and he only threw the ball 12 times. So one of those single-digit games was not his fault. But that being said, I'm going to go Brissett this week. I'll say you.
If you need a quarterback that is going to be consistently getting you 2 passing touchdowns a game, Jacoby Brissett is the guy. That's exactly what he's been doing the last 5 weeks that he's played, 2 touchdown games. He has thrown 101 passes in the last 2 weeks. 101. Like, Michael Wilson better be getting a million targets a game, like at this point with no Marvin Harrison. But even with Trey McBride, Wilson actually got more targets than Trey McBride last week, which is wild in my opinion. No, Brissett is the safer pick here. It looks like his floor is 19 points. And he's got Jacksonville this week, who did just completely stuff the Chargers, but dealing with a lot of injuries there, offensive line, quarterback injuries. The wide receivers apparently don't know how to play football anymore. But Sam Darnold is one of those fantasy quarterbacks this year that is, wins, like actual NFL wins, does not contribute to fantasy quarterback success. And it's like the Patrick Mahomes effect. Like the Chiefs are winning, but Patrick Mahomes still isn't that good of a fantasy quarterback. He's good, but not great when it comes to fantasy. And Sam Darnold is that this year. I mean, the Seahawks have been very good, but he has not been like all world when it comes to fantasy this year. I feel like he was much better last year at QB9. He's QB16 right now. Over the last thinking about the same timeline as Jacoby Brissett, they actually had the exact same bye week in week 8. So since week 6, Sam Darnold is QB 20, whereas Jacoby Brissett is QB 8. I'm going Brissett here. Truthfully, I don't think it's even close. I would not even look at Sam Darnold this week. I don't even remember who they play
At Tennessee.
Oh God, against Tennessee, even like even
See,
against Tennessee. That's the thing, is even against Tennessee, I don't think I go Darnold here, because at what point are we like, oh wow, this is just a blowout, and we don't see Darnold anymore again?
Mm-hmm.
Like that's the thing, is that we've already seen, oh, this is a blowout. Where did Sam Darnold go? And where did that whole offense go? So Tennessee's actually only in the middle of the pack for points against the quarterback position. So it's not even like it's crazy. Jacksonville's 5th. They give up the 5th most. That even leads me more. Jacoby Brissett all day, any day against Sam Darnold.
But the funny thing is people are going to look at Darnold's like percentage completion and how they're winning. And he's been good, and JSN's numbers, and honestly, the problem is they've proven they don't put the pedal to the metal. Once they get a lead, Sharps, Walker, and some other the third string bum, whoever that guy
Lonnie
is,
or whatever his name is. And that's the weird thing about the Seahawks, is that they don't even care about which running back. If your name is not Jackson Smith-Njigba, you do not matter for fantasy football. Like, that is the only fantasy relevant Seahawk out there. AJ Barner could make an argument. No, but even then, as I told somebody this morning, if you're not top 3 tight end, you're streaming. Like, you're streaming the tight end position every week at that point, because you can't reliably start AJ Barner every week. I'm
glad that came up, because, and we'll get to your question, Easy Money, because AJ Barner is someone that I saw go with for a lot of money in your fabs in my leagues, and I'm like, guys, we'll get to it. We'll get to it later, because I can't trust it. Anyway, so we're gonna get to the running backs. The running backs are Sean Tucker, superstar Sean Tucker, versus Quinshawn Studkins, who's the running back 22 right now, 12.6 fantasy points per game. I didn't give out Sean Tucker's because it's 6.4. He hasn't played enough. There's not enough sample size. But we do know that he balled out last week, and we've liked Sean Tucker, but we've hated Sean Tucker at the same time on this channel, on this site, because, yeah, we know he's good. 2 years ago, before we even Fantasy Now Plus, we were still OUS. We did a show about the NFC South, or in the South, and we had like a sleeper draft. Remember the sleeper draft we had? Like, oh, who's going to be a sleeper this year? And I took Sean Tucker, and you guys were taking Bucky, and I'm like, yeah, but like Sean Tucker's awesome. And you guys were taking Bucky, and Bucky broke out. Like, that's true. But like, you guys see how good Sean Tucker is, and I've seen it for a while here. But Todd Bowles doesn't play him. Todd Bowles will tell you that he's good. Todd Bowles will tell you that, yeah, we need to get all 3 running backs involved. Todd Bowles will tell you, yeah, Sean Tucker did great. We're going to get him more carries. But guess what? And I already see the comments. I already read the comments. I already seen it all. Oh, that was last year. We don't know what's going to happen this year. Well, we have a good indication that last year when he balled out against New Orleans, the very next week he had very limited carries, even though Todd Bowles came out and said, yeah, all 3 running backs are going to get involved. Did he forget that he had 3? Is it like me with my kids where I clearly have a tier system of who I like better? Probably. I mean, most likely, right? It's a coach, it's players. Like, he probably has to like these players better. But Sean Tucker, is not going to take over this role. He's not taking the lead back. They don't trust him on pass pro. They don't trust him on third down situations. Rashad White still had double-digit carries in this game. Sean Tucker just broke the long run. Sean Tucker was just a hot hand this game. Todd Bowles even said that. Do we trust Todd Bowles? No, he's a liar. He's a liar. He's the biggest liar in the league. But the fact of the matter is, Sean Tucker isn't going to always get the full load. Rashad White's still going to be in this messy offense. On the other side, Quinshon Studkins has fallen off a cliff. Since week 7, he scored combined since week 7 21.1 fantasy points. That's incredibly bad for a guy who takes all of the workload, all of it. There's no competition. There's nobody behind Studkins you could believe in. Ford, Dylan Sampson, it's not going to happen. But a lot of it is the offense and Dylan Gabriel and how terrible this place is. Let me just run this to you real quick, Justin. Last week in the second half, I understand I'm not going to clown the rookie kid, but I'm going to give you all the drives in the second half. First drive, 3 plays, negative 11 yards. Punt. Second drive, 3 plays, 0 yards. Punt. Third drive, 6 plays, 2 yards. Fourth drive, 5 plays, 28 yards. Let's go, baby. Fifth drive, 3 plays, negative 15 yards. In the sixth drive, of course, the very last drive, as they were playing prevent defense, 8 plays, 40 yards. That's where that's where they all move the field on the very last drive where everyone does. I can complete a pass in prevent defense. I don't have confidence they're going to move the football at all with Shedeur Sanders at the quarterback position. I have no faith. I don't care that he was the backup and that he had to come in relief. He's not a real-life NFL quarterback. He can't run a real-life NFL team. This is going to be a mess. This is going to be embarrassing. They'd be better off running the Wildcat. I'm going Sean Tucker, and it's not even a question. I'm going to bench Studkins in a real-life league where I don't even have Sean Tucker. I'm just going to bench him for anyone else I could find. I want no part of Shedeur Sanders or this Cleveland Browns offense. The floor is yours.
This one is a tough one for me. And I know you love these two running backs specifically. I went on a whole diatribe yesterday about Sean Tucker, and I got called a hater and a person who drafted Bucky Irving and is upset because he's not getting the work. Well, he's not getting the work because he's injured. What if I were to tell you that one team that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers played last week, the Buffalo Bills, allows the second most points to the running back position at 25.3. In this week, they play the team that allows the third least amount of points to the running back position with only 14.9. What part of last week with Sean Tucker blowing up was just, the Buffalo Bills running defense is just not that good. Like, they suck. One of the worst, actually, when it comes to stopping the running back from scoring, from running all over them. That's not a good flip, especially when you have, a committee at this point at the running back position without your number one, and you're really just giving it to the hot hand. I've lived enough of Jonathan Taylor being injured for a couple of weeks to where they have to pick what running back is doing good that week and run it out there. This might be a Rashad White. This might also just be the Buccaneers have to shoot it out with the Rams because the Rams are that good. This might actually be a big Egbuka game. This might be a big Tez game. I have a feeling Tucker's not getting the love again this year. I compared him his last week against the Buffalo Bills, his 34 points, to last year's 34.2 against New Orleans in week 6. And after that, he didn't even, I think I did the math. He scored less points from week 7 through 18 than he did in week 6 last year. Maybe this was the game. This was the Sean Tucker game, the Doug Martin game. This was his 130-point game of the season. I'm not saying Justin, sometimes players just get better, and that's just the way it is. But You're going from the second easiest team to score running back points to the third hardest team. That's as the third string running back. I don't know if I trust that. Flip side, I don't know if I trust the Browns offense either. That's the worst part. I might have just set this up to be like, oh yeah, I'm picking Judkins easily here, because this is also gross, because since week, where's my stat? Since week 8, when, Sean Tucker finally got involved in the game, Judkins has been RB 47, only 7 points per game. That's not good. That's not good at all. None of these are good options, in my opinion. They both suck. Like, that's as much as I can say is they both suck for me this week. But if I had to choose, I'm guessing that Sanders getting the whole workload, being named the starter already for Sunday, he's going to be able to really get some reps with them. I'm gonna go Judkins here. I want to be different. I'm going Judkins. I don't trust Sean Tucker and the Tampa Bay offense to get Sean Tucker involved against the third hardest rush defense to the fantasy.
Quick tangent. I don't know if this has already been said. I'm not on social media, but is this a Browns conspiracy to get Sanders in there so people start chanting, "We want Watson. We want," like, could it get worse? That's what I'm saying. Like, could it get worse? Like, hey guys, we know there's a quarterback that we gave $1 bajillion to that nobody in the world likes, but would you rather have him or this? Like, is this a big ploy? That's gotta think about that sometimes. Anyway,
who else is on that roster? That's what I mean. Other than Watson, who's on IR, he's out. He's not even on IR. He's just listed as out now. Yeah, they traded Kenny Pickett. They traded Joe Flacco.
I'd be on the phone.
This is all they got.
Anybody. Hey, Jay Cutler, you free for a week? Hey, Fitzpatrick, you free for a week, brother? Anyone. All right. Now we got the receivers. This one is the one you changed.
I did not change
I initially said yes.
Did not change this.
Christian Watson, people are going to pick up, and we're going to get Christian Watson questions, so he has to be on the list. And then I said Alec Pierce because you love him, and honestly, nobody's really talking about him. Then I said, no. Let's do Odunze because he's fallen off, and people are going to say, oh, Odunze, got to start him. But they don't really look at the matchups or the numbers because he's been falling off too. And then we went with this, which is fine. I did my research on the players listed, but I did want Odunze. But we'll do Odunze next week because he needs to be talked about on this show. He has never been talked about. And man, but that's not who we're talking about now. We're talking Christian Watson, who's the one. I'm not going to give it out because it doesn't make sense. He just came back. Versus Alec Pierce, wide receiver 40 right now, currently 11.6 fantasy points per game at KC. You went first last. No, I went first last time. Your turn.
I have been talking about Alec Pierce for 4-ish weeks now on the Tuesday show to pick him up. We're finally gotten to the point this week that we're not talking about Alec Pierce anymore. He should just be in your lineups every week. Like, this is ridiculous. He's no longer a boom bust play. He is a I'm here guy. He is just there. The Colts like him. He gets used in this offense. He's going to get re-signed this offseason. It's going to be wild. Christian Watson also has finally shown up and has been healthy and it is the target. Like, that's the thing. He is the Green Bay target. With Tucker Kraft gone, Romeo Doubs is, I don't know. Is he dead? Not dead, but is he injured? No, he's just not getting involved. Romeo Doubs has 22 targets over the last 3 weeks. Can you guess how many points he's turned that into?
Well, like
26.
12. Oh, better than I thought.
22 targets, 26 points over the last 3 weeks. Come on, man. Christian Watson had, I guess, 26 points in the last 2 weeks, only on 9 targets. Christian Watson is the option right now with Matthew Golden out. That's just the way it is. They have Minnesota this week. Colts have the Chiefs. This could be tough. Could actually be pretty tough. I didn't get to do my full. Let's see. Chiefs give up a lot, not a lot of points to the wide receiver position, whereas the Vikings
right above
also
them.
do not give. Yeah, right, literally right above them. So they're
Mhm.
back to back. So it's like, which player do you trust more? Like, if you factor in, the defense has only allowed this many points to the wide receiver position, this comes down to who do you like more? Which offense is better? Which quarterback's playing better, more consistent? Which wide receiver has been more consistent? Which one has a bigger honestly, which wide receiver has a bigger boom? Like who has the chance to take the top off? If we talk about volume is king, Alec Pierce gets the volume. That's the thing. He gets the target. His least amount of targets over the last 4 weeks, which I'm only going 4 weeks because that's how long Christian Watson's been playing, is 5 against a bad Tennessee Titans team. Christian Watson's most targets per game is 5 last week against the Giants. He did get 2 touchdowns, which is great. He was used in the red zone. Alec Pierce isn't used a lot in the red zone because he gets the 40-yard balls down the field. And that's the big thing, is that Alec Pierce gets the 40-yard balls down the field. And it's not just like, once in a blue moon. This is like consistently every game. He's getting a 40, 50-yard ball down the field. Alec Pierce actually has the most 25-plus yard receptions in the league since 2022 over Rashid Shaheed, which everybody's like, oh, he's the deep ball guy. No, Alec Pierce is. I'm going Alec Pierce here. He's got more of the boom than Watson does. He gets more of the volume. He's getting more utilized in the offense. And with the Packers potentially losing Josh Jacobs this week and leaning on Emmanuel Wilson, they're going to have to be more involved in the passing game, which means they can cover more. Whereas on the Colts offense, you have to worry about Jonathan Taylor. You have to stack the box, which leaves one-on-one coverage for Alec Pierce and the Colts wide receiver room. And you got Tyler Warren, Michael Pittman, Josh Downs also taking coverage off you. Christian Watson has Romeo Dobbs. I'm going Alec Pierce.
All right, you're gonna go Alec Pierce. So okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna break it down for everybody real quick. I'm gonna break it down as simple as I can. I was in the chat yesterday and you're on your live stream with Charlene asking who's Alex Pierce. That was a joke, right? I get it. Because a lot of people don't know how good he is. A lot of people. I feel like when you're up there where you are, you know how good he is, but the rest of the nation, it's kind of like when you watch a hockey game or a baseball game, whatever, a game a sport that not everybody watches, like football. And the Rays finally make it to the World Series, and they're like, oh yeah, this BJ Upton guy, he's really good. It's like, yeah, he's freaking all-star, but like no one knows who he is, right? Anyway, that's Alec Pierce to you guys. I get it. That's why you love him. That's why you're biased to him. They're playing Kansas City, man. They have a legit defense that can shut down Daniel Jones. And who's the biggest Daniel Jones fan on this channel, on this site? Nay, the fantasy community. It's me. It was literally me. Like I could, if I was not? Was I the only one? Like,
you were the only person I saw saying Daniel Jones is going to be
okay
for this year.
Okay. So that being said, he's shown signs of not being rattled, but when it gets too much pressure, he can revert back to the old Daniel Jones. He can do that. He did that against was it the Rams early in the season, week 4, 2 interceptions, against Pittsburgh, 3 interceptions. Like, he can when it's a good teams. Oh yeah, he could beat Tennessee in week 8. He could beat Arizona week 6. He could beat the Raiders week 5. He could beat the Titans week 3. He could beat Miami week 1. Like, I'm not saying, like, listen, I'm a Jones guy. I'm not saying he only beats cupcakes, because that's not the thing. What I'm saying is he's performed very well against the teams he should. And when he faces stiff competition like the Rams or the Steelers, the Falcons, who have a very fast defense, kind of slows down a little bit. He kind of converts back to his old self. I'm sure you guys have talked about that.
19.5 from Alec Pierce against Pittsburgh, by the way.
Cool. Like, that's good. That's great. So Pittsburgh is not Kansas City. Pittsburgh is not Kansas City. And they're on the road in Arrowhead, I tell you this.
Okay. They were on the road in Pittsburgh too.
Okay.
Pittsburgh
Oh,
defense is a
no.
lot better than the Chiefs this
I'm
year.
not trying to talk. See, you're getting too you get too
No,
fandom. It's
I'm
okay. It's okay.
no,
It's all
I'm
right.
just
You're a fan.
you're saying something and it's not true. So it's
So on the other side of things, Christian Watson. This was fun to do, by the way. I'm gonna go really quick on this. Christian Watson games over 45 yards in a row. Like he has to receive 45 pass. Seems like an easy task, right? He can catch, or he's a wide receiver, first round pick. He should be able to catch 45 yards in a game. 2022 was rookie season. He did it from weeks 10 to 16. That's awesome. Like he's going to be a star. 45 week 2023, he didn't do it once. He did not do back-to-back 45-yard plus receiving games. He only had 3 total that year. Did I miss one?
Yeah, 12
Did I
and
miss
13.
one?
12 and
Week
13.
12 and 13?
94
Okay, now,
71.
now confirm week 2024. 13 and 15. Are you looking at the same one I'm looking at?
I'm looking at 2023. In week 12, he had 94 yards. In week 13, he had 71.
Now
yards.
look at 2024.
Well, you said 2023. That's why I
No,
said.
but look at 20. Now look at 2024. He had 13 and 15, right? He only had 6 games total over 45 yards. This year, he's done it every game. Every game. Every single game. So are we seeing a breakout of Christian Watson? That's my question. Because let's be real. Let's be real. He is the only target there. Colts have Warren. Colts have Michael Pittman. Colts have Pierce. Colts have Jonathan Taylor. All the Packers have is Watson. And we talk volume is king. You said it yourself. And we have someone in the chat agreeing with me right now. I'm going to go Christian Watson against the Minnesota Vikings. The Minnesota Vikings got AJ Brown did it. He beat him twice deep. Watson can go deep. He can beat that defense. The Vikings do allow, right? They're up there with Kansas City, but they can be beat in the deep run or deep game. So suck it, Justin. Alex Pierce is terrible. I'm going Christian Watson.
Well, I don't know who Alex Pierce is. Alex Pierce, but sure. I love how every argument you made for Christian Watson, Alex Pierce has done it or done it better. So it's
I know.
fine.
I
You
just have
can
to
be a
be
hater.
but
You
hold
want
on.
to be different.
We agreed on every single one. I had to be different. I was gonna go
Yeah,
Alex
had to be
Pierce,
different. No, we didn't agree on Sean Tucker and Quinton Jenkins.
Oh, we didn't?
The first time
I
we
thought you
didn't
took Tucker.
agree on like
I thought you took
2 of
Tucker.
them. Nope, I took
Okay,
Quinton.
good. Good. I need to get my stuff back.
So
Also,
do
I
you
just want to add
you want
this.
to pick Alex Pierce so you can go up the standings a little bit more, get closer?
No.
to
I'm gonna
500,
stick with Watson so I can catch you. See, guys, listen. It's fun. It's cool, I guess, to take the chalk picks. And also, you set the list up yourself, and you always pick what you like to pick. And this is my first time making the list, and this list was great. And I'm gonna win this week. 4-0. I'm gonna go 4-0.
We'll see.
And I hope you go.
You haven't. Let's see. You went 4-0 in week 9.
Heating up, baby. Heating up. What about week 10?
And then you have been under 500 every week since before that and after that. Oh, I'm sorry. You went 500 twice in week 10 and 11. So maybe you can go 3-1 this week. We'll see.
I'm not a fan of Love is playing. Yeah, I'm gonna go Jones.
Listen, okay, we're late on questions.
Can I make one last point? Alec Pierce will be as successful as Daniel Jones is. If Daniel Jones can get over KC on the road, I do think Alec Pierce is going to have a game. Same situation for Jordan Love. If he can hyper-focus Christian Watson and take it to Minnesota, I think they're both going to have a good game.
I don't think the defense really matters for Pierce because that deep ball does help, and you can get one of those a game. I mean, 10.8 against Denver, who apparently is supposed to be like a really good defense. And that was just getting into the offense, 14.8 against the Chargers, who were supposed to be, good at that time. That was supposed to be their big matchup. 19.5 against Pittsburgh, 20.4 against Atlanta. All these defenses are supposed to be good, top talent, and they weren't. So let's get to some of these questions. So what's going on with Jadon Blue? Is Malik Davis the true handcuff to Javonte Williams? I don't even think, Malik Davis has a total of 7 rush attempts this season.
Justin wanted me. This is just behind the curtain. Justin asked the whole staff to come up with slangs and slogans for like t-shirts and stuff. Just behind the curtain. One of my first thoughts was Jordan who instead of blue, but I didn't think the team would like that because he's one of those internet darling people. Like people like him.
Jadon who would be really funny actually.
But I didn't want to post it. But that's a t-shirt, guys. Just let you know.
12 teams, 7-4 PPR, 2 wide receivers, 2 running backs, 1 flex. Trade Sutton and Woody Marks for Waddle. Waddle's actually been pretty good this year.
Waddle's been very good. I just traded him away, but he had a bad week last week in overseas. But so trade Sutton and Woody for Waddle. 1000% I would do that.
I would. You have Henry, Gibbs, Henderson, RJ. Yeah, I would make that trade. Yeah.
Yep. 100%.
Better wide receiver holds less staff. Booty, Josh Downs, or Greg Dortch. League counts 1 point every 10 return yards. Josh Downs is a returner. Throw that out there. But he's not the Colts returner. So Dortch looks like he is also a returner, but maybe he's not. Sixers. The only thing about Dortch is that like I'm once Marvin Harrison comes back, Dortch is not going to be wide receiver 2 anymore for that team.
I'm holding Booty.
I think I'm holding Booty also.
More high-powered offense. They spread the ball around. I'm holding Booty.
Who for my wide receiver 2 and 3 and flex spot? So he needs 3 players. He has Devontae Adams at wide receiver 1 and Jonathan Taylor and Henderson at RB 1 and 2. His wide receivers are Tez Johnson, Parker Washington, Jordan Addison, Jacoby Myers, running back Charbonnet, Wilson, and Josh Jacobs, who's questionable. Got Debo and Quentin Johnson on bye. I would first pay attention to the Packers injury report because I think if Josh Jacobs plays, Josh Jacobs is the play. You could look at Emmanuel Wilson. I did just trade for Emmanuel Wilson because I had Josh Jacobs. But here I feel like I've seen this team before, and I think Juan was here last week as well. So it's great. I'm glad you're back, Juan. I recognize your team. I hope you did get the win last week.
With Henderson, I'm sure you did.
Yes, we need wide receiver 2, 3, and a flex spot. So 2 wide receivers and then a flex.
It's Tez. No, Tiny Tez. Nah. I hate man. I don't want to say Parker Washington because we just dogged on him, but I think I like him more than Tiny Tez.
Rams are in the middle of the pack for points against the wide receiver position, for what it's worth. Who's
I just don't like
this week.
Jacksonville has Seattle. I believe. No, who?
Seattle's allowed less points.
All right, this one. Okay, I'm going to make the final decision here. I'm going to go Parker Washington because unfortunately he is getting targets there. I don't feel good with it though, Juan. I don't feel good about it. And man, do we go Tiny Tez? Yeah, we go Tiny Tez because they're going to need to score points over there. And in your flex spot,
I think it's either Jacobs or Emmanuel Wilson, in my opinion.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They run the ball a lot in Green Bay now. So,
guillotine
half point PPR pick 2 flex. Genty, JMO, JJ, Justin Jefferson.
Yeah,
Tracy Flowers or Pittman. Dang, if JJ's in your flex, man.
Dude, JJ has not. Listen,
JJ has not been good this year. That's true.
He's not Mr. Jamar Chase 4 weeks as a single digit scorer. He's not that bad. He's not as good as Chase either with the 28, 30-point games either.
Hey, Jamar Chase, wide receiver 2, Justin Jefferson, wide receiver 13.
Yeah,
just
I know.
Just saying.
Hey, I know. What do you want? Do you want the 5.6 or do you want the 30? Right? Like that's Jamar Chase. You either get the 5 or you get the 30.
Yeah. That's
Jefferson's like 12.
Unfortunately, that's 12. Jamar Chase with any quarterback that's not Joe Burrow. And actually, hold on. Chase 3.3 single digit games. And like
anyway, that's Justin Jefferson. I'm never benching Justin Jefferson ever. Like literally ever. So that's gonna be Justin Jefferson. And man, guillotine, you kind of want safety, but you need that high upside. I think Zay Flowers may have a game against the Jets. I think I'm gonna go Zay Flowers and Justin Jefferson. If that is Justin Jefferson. Who else could it be?
Zay Flowers is a solid 12. We said this yesterday. If you want 12 points, put in Zay Flowers.
Yeah, that's why I go. It's hard to sit because JMO. Oh man, yeah. Zay and Genty.
JMO's very hit or miss. You either have a really big game or you have a nothing burger. There's no in between. There's no 12 points for Jamison Williams. Flowers is a safe bet. If you're like, oh my god, I need a bunch of points, then okay, maybe look at JMO, maybe look at Pittman, maybe something like that. But right now, I think the safety is JJ and Flowers. My starting wide receiver saw okay. I have starting Diggs, T Higgins, Devonta Smith, and Emeka, and I put Drake London on bench because he's most likely out. Yep.
Stud, Craig. Studs.
I think this was when we were talking about tight ends. I'm not worried. I got McBride and Tyler Warren. I'm saying, yeah, you do. You are
Must be
right there.
nice. Here's one. Bryce.
Do I trade Ladd and Sutton for Waddle and Booty?
I'm just trying to think of who's the best player in that deal. I can't figure it out. Who is the best player in that deal?
Is it sad that Waddle is the best player in this deal?
Is he though?
Is
Ladd not the best player?
Ladd's wide receiver 15. Since week 5 though, he's been better. But I mean, 4.3 against Jacksonville, 9.6 against Tennessee. Like not great.
Yeah, he's been better since Hampton's been out. But
Hampton's
okay, you gotta go Waddle.
Soon. Hampton's coming.
I would go Waddle. Give me Waddle.
I'd go the Waddle side. Yeah. Exactly. He is less of a risk. It's weird to say that Jacoby Brissett is less of a risk in 2025. Let's see.
Easy money sniper.
Hey guys, does Barner continue to rise in value, especially with those tush push touches? Need a tight end with flex upside. Both Barner and Britton Strange are available. Who would you go with? I would go Barner. Britton Strange has been on IR for a while. If he's coming back, it's never good for a tight end to come back and immediately make an impact off the IR. I would go Barner if you really are.
Barner had a career high 39 routes ran last week, up to 86.9% snap rate. He had a career high 11 targets. But the real truth is he's only getting a 14% target share. They don't throw the ball a ton over there in Seattle, and it's JSN or nobody. Barner is fun. I said this on my Monday show. Barner's fun to watch. He might be one of my favorite players to watch, these new players. He's not fun to be on your fantasy team. He's ultra inconsistent. There's got to be somebody else. There's got to be somebody else on that tight end waiver wire.
Yeah. Who did I said to pick up somebody? Who did I say yesterday? Yesterday, I said AJ Barner was our tight end pickup yesterday.
Sure, pick him up and see what he does. Man, I know it's gross out there, but man, the 14% target share, that's disgusting, man.
AJ Barner is that's what the formulas show. He's the only one that's really out there that you can pick up, unfortunately. So, okay, this had to do with the running back position. Craig had Judkins. I agree. These two do feel very gross. This is the wide receiver position. Here's Jaden Reed coming back. Lots of mouths to feed, but he does like. Charlene is still talking about Pierce. I know. I said it, and then Josh put him in the lineup. I couldn't.
Oh, what's going on, Jamie?
Glad you made it finally. Also,
Jamie's running back with his backpack, like, hold on.
I'm sorry, guys. I missed the bus. Let's see. I'm JJ Flowers, Genty, and Pittman off waivers this week.
Wow.
Damn.
Oh, because guillotine. No, duh. Sorry, Doom. I was my first year ever being kicked out of my guillotine in like the first 5 weeks, so I forget sometimes that those players can.
Yeah, good players do. That makes more sense. Should I put in Woody Marks over Judkins or Genty?
I'm not ready to give up on Genty.
I'm not either. They got Cleveland this week. I think I'm starting Genty.
It's gonna be an ugly
trade CD and Marks for JSN. Rosters JT, Judkins, Marks, and Harvey, Lamb, London, Adunze. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're
sucks giving up CD, but yes, JSN is better than CD this year. Yes.
Yep.
Yes. Who do the 49ers play? Who to the fourth? Because I'm going to go whoever. I don't trust.
Carolina.
Again, the only person in the industry that thought this was going to happen, but I'm still going to go Purdy this week.
If it's Indiana Jones, I'm picking Indiana Jones. If it's Daniel Jones, I'm picking.
Smart.
I'm gonna try to trade Sutton for Diggs. I'm so fed up with Cortland Sutton.
Yeah,
it's fair. It's absolutely
good
fair.
luck trying to get it done.
Yeah, you might have to add something with Sutton to get Diggs at this point. Let's see. Almost every good name got scooped up this morning. It's pretty.
What happens?
Yeah, that does suck. Woody, Genty, or Jacobs this week? If Jacobs is playing, I think Jacobs is the start. If he's not playing, Genty is the start.
Yep.
No, Noah Fant, Mayer, and likely next best three.
God, Fant might be the play. I know it's gross, but he might be the play, man. I just don't trust Barner. I just don't trust Barner.
I trust Barner more than I trust Fant.
Maybe you're right. You're right on that.
AJ Barner, I mean, at least is getting. I still trust Barner over that. JMO or Kenneth Walker.
Listen.
And you guys are giving us tough questions today.
Listen. I'm still stuck on this whole Noah Fant thing. Don't start Noah Fant. I'm kidding. Start AJ Barner. He's more fun to watch. Both are going to give you terrible games, like almost guaranteed. Just go with who's more fun to watch. That's the key to life. Anyway, JMO or K9. K9. It's gross, but he's getting carries. He's not phased out of the offense. And it could be a runaway game for Seattle against Tennessee. So K9. Could be a runaway game. Could be a runaway game for the Lions too against the Giants.
You're welcome, Charlene. Only the best for you. That's my Indiana Jones or Daniel Jones comment. Or instead of JSN trade, would you rather? No. I'd rather have JSN over Saquon.
Yeah, I would rather have JSN over Saquon.
Yeah.
100%.
Woody does play Thursday night. So
yeah, I know he does. Those players been popping off. I'm no longer saying don't bench your Thursday night players. Play all of them because they all have been popping off this year. And they got Buffalo. Buffalo, you mentioned, is terrible rush defense. Woody Marks could be a play this week.
I'm sorry to this Raiders fan. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. It's what happens when you have old man Pete Carroll and Geno Smith as your.
What a terrible draft pick, by the way. 6 overall. Y'all think you need a running back? Ridiculous.
Traded to a team that really wants a running back and then like get a haul out of it. But
yes,
I'm sorry.
Speaking of getting a haul out of things, I hope you guys got a haul of stats out of this fine broadcast, this program we put on every single Wednesday for you guys and gals out there. We are live every single Wednesday at noon to give you this showdown. We're also live tonight. Actually, our most popular show is tonight at 8 p.m. I don't know if it's because Topher's so awesome or if it's because of Flores, but both are amazing gentlemen, and you'd like to watch them tonight as they break down the not waivers. Oh my God, that's you guys. They break down the rankings, experts versus our own. And you know what? Fun fact, I don't do my rankings until after the show because I don't want to give you a tip of who I pick. Just to let you know that, Justin. So I will do my rankings. Where can you find my rankings? Where can you find Justin?
It's fine.
FantasyNowPlus.com. That's where you can find our rankings and all of our articles, like Charlene's waiver article. We have some DFS content. We got a whole cornucopia of fantasy football content for you to consume on a daily basis. So I thank every single one of you for being here today. We're going to call it for now, but we'll be back next week. Until then, Justin, any other plugs I missed? We didn't play the commercial. It's been a show. That's the show.
Underdog
it's a show.
Fantasy. If you're a new customer to Underdog Fantasy, you can sign up today, play $5 and get $100 in bonus funds using the promo code of FN Plus. Do it today.
Thanks, everybody.
Peace out.
Thanks for listening. Be sure to like and subscribe wherever you watch or listen to podcasts. We'll be back next week for more ways to win your league.